Hey, anybody who may be with me already at the moment, just hang tight. Just making sure that we have everything up and running. Just want to make sure I've everything going before I get started. Oh, okay. Yes. Good. Okay. I think I'm good to go. Hey, how's everybody doing? Thanks. Sorry for that incredibly boring and slow start. I see you guys jumping in the chat here. Awesome. And let me get things going on Getter. All right, so that's the first thing that we're going to talk about tonight, everybody. But this is my first time doing a live. There we go. My first time doing a live on Getter. So I just want to be certain that it's functioning properly, that I have my chat up and running. All right. Hello, Patriots. How are you all doing tonight? Listen, this is the first time I believe that I have gone live, I think since the month of May, which is really, really crazy. And it's been, this has been a really long, hard, difficult year. Uh, Still a lot of difficult things that I'm working through at the moment. But, I'm getting through everything bit by bit by bit, piece by piece. And I have to say, I have gotten such incredible support from a lot of you guys out there. And as a matter of fact, I think I forgot to bring in my letters, but that's okay. At another time, I guess I can discuss those. But I actually asked everybody to send me character letters months ago, or excuse me, about a week or two ago, for my sentencing, which is happening on December 17th. And I got hundreds of character letters from you guys. And I've been spending the last couple days reading them. At this point, I've read almost all of them. I probably have another 40 or 50 left to read, but I've been reading them just for days. And they're so incredible. I mean, they're so special. They're so just amazing. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you. And for anybody who still wants to help out by doing a character letter, I'll tell you a little bit later in the video tonight how you can do that. But I want you guys to know that these have really touched my heart. And I have to be honest, like, I kind of expected that I'd probably have to weed through them and that some of them, might be, people getting too opinionated about how they feel about my case, or how they feel about the FBI, or how they feel about whatever. And none, I'm literally not one. I have not read one yet that I was like, I can't use this, or, this person went too far with whatever. They're amazing. And so touching, like I said, the people, it really honestly made me feel like, in this weird way, I'm almost glad that I had this experience where I had to have these character letters and have you guys read them, because or write them, because uh, it in this weird way, it was almost like a focus group of sorts, where I got to hear from you guys what Walkaway has meant to you, or what I have meant to you. And some of what you said are things that I didn't know, or maybe I had kind of forgotten, or maybe I'd kind of gotten off of track. And the overwhelming thing that people said time and again that really touched me was, people kept talking about love. And they kept talking about, so many of you who wrote letters were saying things like, uh, uh, I follow a lot of political influencers, or I follow a lot of political public figures, but Brandon Strock is the only person who I follow who not only talks about politics, but folds in the concept of love, and how that's such a crucial piece of what's missing. And I don't know, it meant so much to me to hear that and read that and kind of be reminded of that. I think that what we do with Walkaway is different. It's so different, because we do have that piece where we don't just we do argue and we do debate and we do challenge people's thinking. We encourage people to think differently. We bring the facts, we bring the research, we bring the knowledge, we bring all of that. But I think that we also bring a lot of heart and compassion. And, our whole thing is that we want to live in a kinder, more civilized, more unified America. And that obviously is something that I think seems to resonate with people a lot. And I think separates us from the herd. It makes us kind of stand out as something different and special and unique. And so that was really, really cool to read. Let's talk about Gettr for a second. So tonight I'm going live on Gettr. Now, some of you are probably also catching me on some of the other platforms. I did decide in the end to go ahead and stream to multiple platforms, but I was really only pushing people to go to Gettr. And so I want to make a few things clear right out of the gate. I don't work for Gettr. I don't get a incentive of any kind, financial or otherwise, for talking about Gettr, like nothing like that whatsoever. The reason why I've been pushing people to go to this platform and to sign up and to follow me is because just instinctively, I actually believe that this platform has legs. And I think I believe in what they're doing so far. A lot of people are rolling out platforms. Some are good, some are not so good. They're new. Look, it takes time for anybody to kind of build a platform that is competitive with what big tech is doing. I mean, that takes time. That doesn't happen overnight. But, with Gettr, I really noticed right away that I like a lot of their features. I think they had a really good rollout. They've only been existed for a few months. But I feel like right out of the gate, they did a pretty good rollout. It's very similar to Twitter. So it's a really nice Twitter alternative. It is owned and run by conservatives. I have seen some people out there spreading a little misinformation. I don't know if those people are on our side or the other side or what side they're on, but I've seen more than one person say, I was really excited about Gettr, but now I'm not going to do Gettr because they have a relationship with Twitter and they're all the same and they're just as bad. Like, not true. Not true at all. So another thing that I'm enjoying about Gettr is that I've developed a personal relationship with the team that's working on it. I have phone calls with them and texts with them because I originally just reached out to them to say, I really like you guys' platform and what you guys are doing. And they've stayed in touch, and from time to time they'll ask, how do you like this, or how do you like that, or we're about to roll out this new feature. I mean, they're being really communicative, which is really cool. And so I asked them, I said, look, some people have expressed concern about you guys having some sort of relationship with Twitter. And they said, absolutely not, 100% not. The reason why some people think that is because one thing they did, which I think is really cool, is they've set this up so that once you sign up for your Gettr account, you have the option to import all of your tweets over to Gettr. So you're not starting from literally square one with no content on your Gettr page. If you've been on Twitter, if you've been on Twitter for 10 years and tweeting and tweeting and tweeting and tweeting, when you sign up for Gettr, they give you the option for all of your tweets to come over to Gettr and become Gettr posts. So when people sign up for your Gettr account, they can scroll through years of content because it's all been imported from Twitter. That's really cool. Like, I think that's a really, really cool feature. That's not something we should be penalizing them for or making an assumption that they're in some sort of, nefarious relationship with Twitter, something that we should be concerned about. Not the case. And the whole reason why they created this platform in the first place is because of the censorship and because of the banning and the cancel culture that we're experiencing from the left. So I just wanted to tell you that's the reason why I'm pushing you guys to go to Gettr, because when I do finally come back, which is the next thing I want to talk to you about, I'm going to be spending less and less time on platforms like Facebook and Twitter and whatever, any of the kind of big tech leftist platforms. First of all, it's a matter of principle for me, because I really do believe that this is an abusive relationship that we're in with these platforms. I mean, it's absolutely abusive. And I've hardly been posting this entire year since I got arrested. I've literally not put out a single tweet since January 25th, which was the day the FBI came into my apartment and put me in handcuffs and took me away to jail. But I'm not, I spend so much time, even before I got arrested, it got to the point where all these little alerts that you get that this is false news, or you're spreading misinformation, or we're banning you for 30 days, we're banning you for 60 days, we're banning you permanently with no explanation. Like, it's abusive, and I've gotten to this point where I'm like, I'm thinking so hard about what I'm writing before I send it. I can hear people on the left right now going like, oh, God forbid you think before you speak. You guys don't have to think before you speak. So shut up. Like, literally shut up. I'm on Facebook reading posts, and I see somehow NPR has become something that shows up in my feed all the time. So I'm constantly seeing these stories from NPR, and I don't have the self-control to not click on the story and not click on the comments. And it's literally on a daily basis, these like anti-white comments. And I mean, it's not pro-black, it's not pro-minority, it's blatantly anti-white people headlines and stories and things like this. And then I click on the comments, and the comments are all, white people suck, white people are horrible, white people need to shut up, white people this. And it's even become a trending hashtag to say, sounds about white. And it's, of course, always in the context of something super offensive. Something is so stupid, or something is so offensive, or whatever, and that sounds about white. I mean, can you imagine if there was a trending hashtag that was sounds about black, or sounds about Hispanic, or sounds about, I mean, can you even imagine? But this is the thing, like, these guys, they don't ever have to think about anything that they say. They're allowed to say the most offensive, outrageous, racist, bigoted, offensive, disgusting things. And like, we have to sit here and tremble as we are writing things like, I'm not sure if I want to take the vaccine. Or, I don't think that I should have to wear a mask in my own home. It's like we have to literally be terrified to hit send on a comment like that, because we're like, am I going to lose my account if I express this opinion? And I've had enough. I truly, honest to God, I've had enough. And I'm not even having fun anymore. Honestly, I'm not having a good time on these platforms. I don't like being a part of something that is so abusive and imbalanced, where one group of people get to do whatever the hell they want to do, and another group of people have to watch every step and walk on eggshells and whatever. I'm not having a good time. I'm just not. So going forward, when I do come back, which we'll get into, I intend to, at this point, just probably put the majority of my focus on using platforms like Getter, like Rumble, and there's a couple of other things I'll be talking about in the future. Not to mention the fact that we at Walkaway have spent the entire year working on rolling out our own social platform, which we will be going into the new year. So keep your eyes and ears open, because Walkaway Social is happening, and it is coming, and you're gonna love it. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. Now, what's coming up next with me? Well, after this long, arduous, terrible, tumultuous, torturous, trepidatious, terrorizing, terrible year, my sentencing is on December 17th. So my case got extended like 3 or 4 times. We actually originally thought it might be over by the month of May. And then it got extended again and extended again and extended again. And so now here we are, an entire year has been spent working through this case. And so at this point, my sentencing is going to take place on December 17th. That's the day after my birthday. My birthday is December 16th. So that's going to be fun. But, and to be honest, you guys, I have no idea what to tell you in terms of what to expect. Certainly, I'm not overly confident. I'm not overly anything, to be honest with you. I truly don't know what to tell you that we should expect. All I can say is that my attorneys feel pretty good about some of the worst case scenarios not happening. Um, but it's such a crapshoot. I mean, when you look at these January 6th cases, uh, a lot of people are charged with almost the same exact identical charge, but some people are getting months of jail time. Some people are getting years of probation. Some people are getting house arrest. Some people are getting a few months of probation. It's hard to say. And I mean, those that I just mentioned to you, those are all those are all people that went inside the Capitol, but ended up getting a misdemeanor charge, and they only pled to one single misdemeanor charge. I am pleading to one single misdemeanor charge, but I never went inside the Capitol. I didn't go inside the building. I was outside the building. I didn't touch anybody. I didn't engage in violence. I didn't break anything. I didn't destroy anything. I was on the Capitol steps for 8 minutes. And so I'm pleading guilty to one misdemeanor charge. And honestly, I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is this: no matter what happens, I'm going to be fine. Honest to God, I'm going to be fine. Like, if the judge decides to give me the absolute maximum penalty, and you know, I'm going to end up spending most of next year in jail, I'm going to be okay, because that's just how I am. You know, I guess I always make the decision in every situation to just survive it. I'm just going to survive it, and I'll make the best of it no matter what it is. If I have to go to jail for, you know, half the year next year, then I'm just going to write a bunch of books, and I'm going to learn a bunch of stuff that I know. Maybe I'll get a medical degree. Maybe I'll become a doctor. Maybe I'll become an astronaut. Maybe I'll become a lawyer. I don't know. I mean, I can tell you that I will put the time to good use. I'll work out a lot. I'll write a bunch of books. I already said that. But, you know, I mean, honestly, that's it. So that's all I'm going to tell you, because I know everybody's got an opinion about it. Everyone, you know, it's either, oh my God, this is terrible, or oh my God, you're going to be fine, or, you know, and I don't know. I don't know. I can just tell you, I'm not going into it, you know, just being like overly confident and being like, it's not a big deal. I don't know. We're just going to have to hope for the best. I think expect the worst. And no matter what happens, I'm going to get through it, just like I get through everything, because I'm a survivor. That's what I do, and I'm going to survive this, and that's the decision that I made. So the date to look out for, December 17th. Now let's get back to those character letters. Hundreds of amazing character letters have come in for me over the last the last week or so. And I spent the last couple days reading the majority of them. They're absolutely incredible and just amazing. And so you guys, listen, if you want to write a character letter on my behalf, it's not too late. I'm going to submit as many as possible to the judge. So what you can do is just write the letter, address it to Your Honor, comma. Don't talk about the case. Don't talk about your opinion about the case. Don't talk about your opinion about whether I did something wrong or I didn't do something wrong, or I'm guilty or I'm not guilty, or how you feel about what's happening, or how you feel about the FBI, or how you feel about the government or the president. Like, none of that. All that, if you decide you'd like to write a letter, all you have to do is just write about your feelings about me, my character, your feelings about walk away and what it's meant to you, or what I've meant to you. I would focus on things like that my message for years has always been one of wanting us to live in a more peaceful, civilized, unified country. I've always been against violence. I've always been pro-law enforcement. I've always been for standing up for the police, particularly as the police were vilified and slandered and attacked repeatedly last year, it became a national movement to attack police officers and to defund police officers, which is something that I find completely abhorrent and repellent. And, I've always been for backing the blue. So those are the types of things that I think that you can say if you want to write a letter. And then where you can send it, if you go to my website, brandonstrock.com, remember my last name is spelled Straka. Go to brandonstrock.com, and if you click on donate, there's an option to, for people who want to donate by mail, send a check, whatever, you can mail your letters to that address. So go to brandonstrock.com, click donate, and there's an address there. It's a New York City address. It's my P.O. box. You can send the letters there. Those letters will then be forwarded to me so that I can give them to my attorney, who can pass them on to the judge leading up to the sentencing, which is on December 17th. And if you intend to do that, I would encourage you to do it as soon as possible because we're going to have to, that's literally like 3 weeks away, and we're going to have to get those letters in right away. So I would say that a week from today is probably the absolute deadline that I could receive the letter. So I would try to write it and put it in the mail tomorrow if you possibly could. Speaking of donation, if any of you guys want to help, you may be aware my legal defense fund was shut down early in the year. That was done by a leftist news outlet who basically bullied and intimidated the funding site that was hosting my defense fund, and they succeeded in getting it shut down. So I got to work on a number of things, but one of the things I got to work on this last year was building my own custom financial support page website. So it's basically functions a lot like Patreon. And speaking of which, Patreon also banned my account sometime in this last month. So for those of you who were following or who were supporting on Patreon, if you want to continue to support, or if you're somebody who's never been a financial supporter but you would like to, all you have to do, it's so easy, you guys, and it's cancellation proof. I'm working with a conservative run and obviously conservative friendly payment processor platform. Together, they helped me custom create a financial support platform, which cannot be canceled. Because I own it. So if you go to brandonstrock.com and click donate, you can sign up. I think there's a button that says Brandon Strock Support Platform, and there's multiple options. If you'd like to support one time, there's a one-time option. If you'd like to support on an ongoing basis, there's an ongoing option you can click. And if you click ongoing, I think you have the option to do weekly, monthly, or yearly. I'm asking everyone, if you're able, to become a monthly recurring subscriber to my support platform. And listen, like literally there are options of $1 a month, which I know a lot of you are probably going, well, that doesn't, I mean, why would I give $1 a month? That's not going to do anything. It's actually not true, because I have a great number of supporters, and honestly, if even 1/10 of my supporters gave $1 a month, it would be a complete game changer in helping me get through this financially draining legal process that I'm going through. I'm right now facing a criminal case that has gone on for an entire year, and I'm also now facing a civil case because a social justice law firm out of DC went out, found 7 police officers of color, and decided to sue dozens of people, starting with Donald Trump, who's the person that they really want, and on down, and they've named me in this lawsuit. So I have my criminal lawyers, I have civil lawyers, and God only knows what's going to happen with the January 6th committee. It goes on and on and on. So if you want to help and you want to support, and I really, really hope that you will, go to brandonstrock.com, click donate. Like I said, there's an address if you'd like to send a check, and that's also where you can send character letters of support. or you can sign up for my custom built financial support platform. This is something that I had to kind of start over from scratch because I had all of my financial support pulled away from me by these leftist media outlets and platforms who love to support organizations like Antifa and Black Lives Matter, but apparently draw the line at somebody like myself, who I guess is a just terrifying person. I don't know. But again, that's brandonstrock.com/donate, and that's where you can sign up. And please consider becoming a monthly recurring supporter, even if it's at a rate of just $1 a month. Honestly, it helps tremendously. So I don't know exactly what to expect with my sentencing, but I can tell you that's the date to look out for, December 17th. And provided that I don't go to jail, that at that time I'm going to begin the process of planning my true comeback, which is going to be very different than now, where I'm just kind of very occasionally doing a live video to give you guys updates. I need to at some point. I'm anxious to get back to work. Like, I really want to get back to work. I want to be out doing public speaking again. I want to be doing our college campus tour. I want to be out doing walkaway town halls. I want to be creating videos. I just want to get out and work and work and work. It has been torture for me to not be able to work this year. And I'm really excited to get back out amongst the people. So that'll be, once we know exactly what's happening with my sentencing, that'll begin the process of us being able to kind of make a plan to come back out into society, and get back to work, which is what I really, really want to do. Now, there's something I want to talk to you guys about, and this is really important to me. So I really, 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 really want you guys to pay attention. I want you to step up here and support. I mean it. This is very, very important to me. Very important. So basically every holiday season with Walkaway, the Walkaway Foundation, we do a kind of give back to our community initiative of sorts to get people involved, to help people in need. So when we first started Walkaway, for the first year or two, we did something called #WalkItForward, which was basically engaging in random acts of kindness for people who are in need. I was going out in my community and just like popping into laundromats and giving people bags of quarters and being like, it's on me, like, I'm paying for your laundry today. And and it's kind of cool how just like a small act of kindness like that really makes a person's day. I mean, people were like, wow, that's so awesome. And so every holiday season with Walkaway, we like to do something to give back. This year, we are doing an initiative that is for police officers. And our initiative is called, I'm going to show you right now, Refund the Police. So this is, and you can go to www.walkawayfoundation.org. And so if you look at this is incredible. The amount of money there that has been defunded, that's police budgets since 2020. So basically every police station that has been defunded around the country, some of the major ones, the top 14, they have been defunded anywhere from $850,000 per year from their budget up to $1 billion per year from their budget. And as a result, let's look at that again. We've had a 30% increase in homicides. And I mean, even more outrageous rises in violent crime in cities all across the country. We studied the top 14 cities where these defunding initiatives are taking place. And I used to live in New York City. I'm not there anymore, but I know for a fact, like every day now you're reading the murder rates are skyrocketing. And of course, in places like Chicago, look at the looting and the stealing and the robberies that are taking places in San Francisco. It's insane. The murders on the East Coast, New York City, Baltimore. I mean, it's really sickening and it's crazy. I mean, what they're doing with these defunding initiatives are having some real world impacts on all of us and making us all less safe, not to mention the fact that it's putting police officers in harm's way. So we at Walkaway wanted to give back. And so what we're doing is we found 14 of the top police precincts that have been defunded across the country. And of course, these police officers are in more danger. Many of them have lost their jobs. They've lost training. They've lost resources, they've lost tools to do their job, and they've lost the ability to have additional staffing. That means when you're having an emergency or I'm having an emergency and you call 911, there might not be anybody there who can come and help you, because some people think that defunding the police is a fantastic idea. Well, it's not a fantastic idea, it's a disgusting idea. So what we at Walkaway are doing is we are going to refund the police this holiday season. Now, this is where I'm telling you guys, I want you to listen very closely to me. I want us to raise $100,000 between now and the new year. And I'm very serious about this. This should be, between all of my social media platforms, I have over 1 million followers. So literally, if each of my followers gave 25 cents, we would have more than enough money. But of course, that's not going to happen. But what if 100,000 of my followers gave $1? Or what if 1,000 followers, now I have to do math, gave $100? What if 1,000 followers gave $100? What if 100 followers gave $1,000? We can do this, you guys. I really, really, really want us to make this goal. I want us to raise $100,000 by the new year to help refund these police departments. Now, let me give you some other reasons why this is really important to me. I want us to show everybody, to show the country, to show the world that Walkaway still cares about these police officers. Because here's the cold hard fact, you guys. We already know who doesn't care about these police officers. We already know who has spit in the police officers' faces, physically attacked them, degraded them, demeaned them, burned their police stations to the ground, and called for their defunding. We know who did that. But we also know that on the conservative side of the aisle, we all responded and said, this is wrong, this is sick, this shouldn't be happening, this isn't okay. But we're not really talking about it anymore. This is still going on. Police departments are still being defunded. People are losing their jobs. They're losing their training. They're losing their equipment. They're losing the things that they need to be able to do their jobs effectively and stay safe while doing it. But we, on the conservative side, it's like it kind of trended when we were fighting back against the people who wanted to defund it. And now we're not even talking about it anymore. But it's still going on. I want police officers across the country to know that we still care. We still think about them. We're still thinking about them, and we still care. And we want to do something. We want to give back, and we want to help. So this holiday season, the act of kindness that we at Walkaway want you to engage in, we at the Walkaway Foundation, is to help us refund the police. So again, I say, if 100,000 of you give $1, if 1,000 of you give $100, if 100 of you give $1,000, we will meet our goal. But I want to raise a minimum of $100,000 to help refund the police. And I want all of you to help me do it. And don't forget, this is a tax-deductible donation. You will be giving this money to the Walkaway Foundation. It is a tax-deductible donation, so that should incentivize you. Let's see those $10,000 donations. Let's see those $20,000 donations. And then what Walkaway will do then is distribute this money among the 14 precincts in the United States that need it the most. And let me also tell you that we will not be giving this money to police precincts that are now allocating their funding towards social programs. We researched all of this. We've spoken with people inside of the departments. So all of your dollars that you donate to the Refund the Police initiative through the Walkaway Foundation, you are guaranteed that this money is going to be going to police precincts that are going to put this money back into lost training funds, resources funds, tools, and staffing. And it is not going to be used for these people who want to like build tent cities, and send social workers into high crime neighborhoods to encourage people to hug it out when they're in the middle of a knife fight or a gang shooting each other with guns and it's preposterous. We want this money to go back into giving money back to police officers. And also, I mean, what a great thing to do to know that you may actually be helping save people's jobs going into this holiday season. As staffing cuts are being made, or shifts are being cut, or people are going from full-time to part-time because they don't have the money because of these budget cuts, your donations may actually be helping save the job of a police officer who has children going into the Christmas season. So please, 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 this is really important to me. Give, 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 give. Everything you can. Give as much as you possibly can. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. And all you have to do is go to walkawayfoundation.org. Let me show that graphic one more time. Hopefully it's on there. Yes. Donate today. www.walkawayfoundation.org. We are refunding the police, and our goal is to raise a minimum of $100,000, and we know that we can do it with all of you stepping up to help us. And, listen, guys, I need you to really step up here and help me out, because I am unfortunately in a position right now where I cannot be on social media the way I was until I get through my case and get through my sentencing. It was one thing back when I could do a live video every single day and ride everybody's butts and be like, okay, I noticed a lot of you are not giving yet. I noticed a lot of you are not stepping up. Today is the day. I can't do that. This is very likely going to be the only live video I do until I get through my sentencing, which at that point will basically be the end of the holiday season and the end of this initiative. So just do it, you guys. Do it for me, all right? Step up and please do this for me. Donate to Refund the Police Initiative. I almost just shut off this video by accident. That would have been bad. Here it is. We are refunding the police at the Walkaway Foundation. We want to show America's officers we have not forgotten about them. We want to show them that we still give a damn, that just because it may not be trending anymore, or it may not be a popular topic in the news, that certain people in this country want to defund the police and that we object to that. These cuts are still happening and people are still getting hurt. Crime rates are skyrocketing. People are getting killed. People are getting burglarized. As we see in San Francisco, it's a damn free-for-all. If you want a new car and a new house and a new TV, you just go take it. No one's going to do anything. There's no police showing up. Nobody's getting charged with anything. It's lawless, crazy mayhem. And we want you guys to help us step up so that we can help refund these precincts. All right, I'll shut up. I've said enough about it. But I think you guys get it. This is important. Oh, God, I got myself kind of worked up there. Now I need to kind of let me calm down a little bit. I miss you guys terribly. I'm so proud and impressed with all of you that you have been able to stick through this entire year in this situation. This went on much, much longer than we expected. Like I said, we really thought that the month of May we would be able to get this case resolved, and here we are going into December, and my case is still not resolved. This has taken an entire year of my life. It was almost a year ago that, an FBI SWAT team came into my apartment and dragged me out in handcuffs and put me in a concrete cell with a metal door, and left me in there for days, unsure of what was going to happen next or what was going on in my life. Words cannot describe how difficult and traumatizing that experience was. But, I just want you guys to know I really am a survivor. At the end of the day, I think that I'm somebody with a lion heart, and it takes a lot to break me or break my spirit. No one has broken my spirit. No one has broken me down, and I still just feel as alive and impassioned and excited. And I really am excited about our future. When you see what my team and I have been working on this year, most of which we're going to roll out next year, when you see Walkaway Social, which I don't want to get into too much right now because it's its own thing that's going to be very exciting. We're going to have a very, very exciting relaunch event for Walkaway's comeback and for Walkaway Social. So it's really going to blow your mind, and you guys are going to be very, very impressed with this. So I just want you to know I'm doing okay. I'm not going to lie to you and act like this has been nothing. It's not been nothing. There have been days where I have not known how I'm going to get through the rest of the day, because there are days when it's been so difficult. And early in the day, I think to myself, how am I going to get through the rest of this day? How am I going to get through tomorrow? How am I going to get through? And it's not even like I'm just facing one thing. It just keeps piling on and piling on and piling on and piling on, and it won't end. And I truly didn't even know it was possible to be pushed around and bullied and intimidated by your own government the way this has been. I've really honestly developed a phobia of sorts about even opening my mailbox or answering my phone if it's a number I don't recognize, or God forbid if there's a knock on my door and I'm not expecting anybody. It's like I come close to having a nervous breakdown, quite honestly. So I don't want to paint this picture that like it's been far from nothing, and I can say that I think the majority of people would not have been able to get through this. And I don't mean to be immodest when I say that, but I've never met another person that I think is stronger than I am. Most everyone I've ever met in my entire life, I've seen them have some sort of breakdown, or fall on the floor crying, or that's just not who I am. I'm not somebody who falls apart or just curls up in a ball and cries and says, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. There have definitely been days where I don't know how I'm going to get through the day, but I know that I will. And I know that I'm going to get through every day, and I'm going to get through all of this, and I am going to come out the other side. And when I come out the other side, I'm going to be better and bigger and stronger, and I'm going to be, I think, a wiser and I hopefully just better person for having gone through all of it in every possible way. I've learned a lot. I think I've become more compassionate. I think I've become a better listener. I think I've become a better understander. I truly see and hear and understand people today in a way that I think is more profound than I ever did before, simply because I have been shaken, really shaken, in a way that I think very few people ever have to go through, that kind of having your entire world turned upside down and shaken like that. But it's really helped me understand maybe people that I didn't understand at all before better. And I really feel that I'm the better for having that experience. That being said, I don't recommend it to anybody. If if you can avoid having the FBI come in your house, drag you away in handcuffs, and throw you in a dungeon, maybe try to do your life lessons just reading a book like Chicken Noodle Soup for the Soul or The Secret. Just read a book if you can. Try to avoid learning your lessons by having the FBI throw you in a cage. That's my personal recommendation. All right, so I want to recap with all of you just what we've talked about tonight, and stress a few points. Number one, my sentencing is on December 17th. I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping for the best. I'm expecting the worst. And I feel that I am emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and practically prepared for whatever the outcome will be. If I get the worst possible sentence a person can get, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to just do it, and I'm going to make the very best of the time, and I'm going to come out of it, and I'll be okay. And that's just the way it's going to be. But please say prayers. Keep the prayers flowing in, and keep me in your thoughts. Keep me in your prayers, your best wishes. I don't know, do a seance, light a candle, I don't know, go out into the woods and sacrifice a goat, whatever you need to do to hopefully get us a good result and move past this chapter. I'm so anxious to get back to work. Number two, If you can become a financial supporter of mine right now, as I said, I had my legal defense fund shut down. I had my Patreon account shut down, shut down, shut down, shut down, shut down. That's been the story of my year. So what I did was I custom created my own financial support platform, and I connected with a conservative run and owned payment processor organization. They helped me build this. It's incredible. They did an amazing job. And it's cancel proof because I own it myself and I'm working with people who are not lunatics. And so what you can do is you can go to brandonstrock.com. You can click donate, and there's a button there that says Brandon Straka Support Platform. You can connect there. You can give a one-time contribution if you want, or you can become a monthly recurring supporter. You can also be a weekly recurring or a yearly recurring. Just to make it easy, I ask people, please become a monthly recurring supporter. There are options as low as just $1 a month. If you're able to give $5, $10, $20, $50 a month, whatever you can give, no amount is too small. It all helps as I'm going through multiple legal situations and mountains of legal bills in this very difficult time. Really, really would help me tremendously. Please become a monthly recurring supporter. brandonstrock.com/donate. And the character letters. If you would like to write a character letter to the judge on my behalf, simply write it, Your Honor. Don't get into your opinions about my charges or the case or what happened on January 6th or how you feel about the government or the FBI or Joe Biden or anything else. It's just a testament to how you feel about me and how you feel about Walkaway. And hopefully... Hopefully say nice things. I'm going to ask you not to write the letter if you think I'm a huge jerk or you hate my guts. But you know what? Do. Actually, it'll make me laugh. If you hate my guts and you think I'm an ass, send that letter. I would appreciate reading that. I think that would be funny. And one day when I'm through this whole situation, I am going to read all of my hate mail and my mean tweets. I'm going to do a whole video about that so I can use it for that. So yeah, go ahead and write the hate letters. Those are good too. And most importantly, I'm going to tell you once again, I demand that all of you please contribute to our holiday initiative for Walkaway. We are going to refund the police. Let me show you one last time. We at the Walkaway Foundation are raising money to refund the 14 most defunded police precincts in the country, which has led to a 30% increase in homicides, has led to violent crime spikes all across the country, mass lootings, mass robberies. There are people literally getting raped on the subway in New York City. Murders in Chicago are skyrocketing. Murders in Baltimore are skyrocketing. Crime all across the country is skyrocketing. And this is not a controversial idea, and this is not like a head scratcher. When you don't have police officers and you allow a criminal mob to rule the streets, everyone becomes less safe. Our cities and our societies collapse. We need law and order. We need to support America's police officers. We're trying to raise $100,000 minimum between now and the new year for our Refund the Police initiative. You can go to walkawayfoundation.org. This is a tax-deductible donation. Doesn't matter if you give $1, $50, $100, $1,000. It's tax deductible. So I'm telling you, give 10 grand. If you can give 10,000, if you can give $20,000, do it. Because as I said before, this is worth mentioning again. I'm not thrilled with people on the conservative side of the aisle who, it's bad enough that there are people on the other side of the aisle who want to spit in police officers' faces, attack them, and defund them. But it's like people on the other side of the aisle, I consider myself a conservative, aren't even talking about this anymore. It's like when in 2020, this was all we talked about, and now it doesn't even come up anymore. Meanwhile, these budget cuts are still happening. And every precinct that's been defunded across the country, they're defunding them in ranges of $850,000 up to $1 billion. New York City, their annual budget is $5 billion. They defunded their police $1 billion, 1/5 of their annual budget gone. And because of this, police officers have lost training programs. They've lost resources and tools to do their jobs. They've lost staffing. People have lost their jobs because of these budget cuts. And so, quite literally, your donation could save a police officer's job going into the holiday season. These people have families. They have children. Christmas is coming. And some of these people, they may not have lost their jobs, but they've been cut from full-time to part-time. It's not good. But I want us to show the world and show these police officers we give a damn. We care. And even though it may not still be the popular story in the news or the headlines that you're reading or the top story when you turn on conservative cable news, it's still happening and we still care. And so I want to lead the charge in refunding the police. And I want all of you to give as much as you possibly can by going to walkawayfoundation.org and clicking on our initiative to refund the police. As I said before, we're trying to raise a minimum of $100,000. And if you consider the fact that we have over 1 million people who follow us on all our social media platforms, it's like 20 cents per person if everybody gave. Of course, everybody will not give. So I'm counting on all of you. I'd like 100 of you to give $1,000. I'd like 1,000 of you to give $100. And I would like anyone who's able to give $1, $5, $3, give what you can. Let's show police officers in this country that we give a damn and that we care about them. And this holiday season, Walkaway wants to refund the police. All right, my patriots, I love all of you. You know what? I haven't even looked at the comments. Before I wrap this up. Oh, that's so sweet. Judith Bouvier on Facebook says, not happening. She doesn't want to help refund the police. Well, gee, Judith, why do I feel like I know who you voted for? Oh, Judith, I think I know exactly who you voted for. All right. Everybody seems very excited about this initiative. That's awesome. I think except Judith, who hates police officers. Make America safe again, says Annette. Absolutely. Yes, we want to make America safe again. Somebody says, run for office, please. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But let's just get through one thing at a time. Right now I have to get through my sentencing. Then I have to get through the civil case that I'm involved in. Then we have to get through this January 6th committee, whatever that may bring. But stay tuned. Trust me, stay tuned. Because after everything I've seen, everything I've been through, everything that I see happening in this country, we need strong leaders in Congress. No more limp-wristed Republicans, no more spineless Republicans, no more people who don't represent your best interest, my best interest, or give a damn about the American people. We need strong-willed people who are going to stand up and defend our values and defend America. And I want to be one of those people. Trust me. I encourage all of you to get on Getter. It's a new social platform. I think they're off to a terrific start, and I think it's only going to get better. Give me a follow on Getter at Brandon Strzok, and all of you create accounts. When I come back, I want to see all of you on there, and I will be spending a lot more time on the social platforms that still believe in free speech, still believe in a person's right to express their opinion without being banned or censored, and still believe in the idea that we can have differing opinions and that maybe open dialogue and conversation is the best way to actually get to the truth and the best way to actually come together and unite as people. There is not just one accepted thought about medicine or climate or the border or our economy or how to run the government. And yet, a lot of us are very afraid these days to hit the send button after we share an opinion on leftist tech platforms, because there is only one acceptable opinion, and at this point, you're at risk of getting your entire account banned if you don't say exactly the words that they want you to say. I've had enough. I'm not having fun. So I highly encourage a lot of you to get on Getter. They're off to a great start. All right, Patriots. Unfortunately, it's still going to be some time before you hear from me again. December 17th is the next day to look out for. That's my sentencing. That's leading up right before the holidays. I don't know what to expect, but even if my sentencing results in something favorable that we feel good about, it's highly likely I'll take a little time to kind of get through the holidays, and then boom, after the new year, it's time to get back to work. That is if my sentencing goes in a way that we hope that it might. If it doesn't, I'll do what needs to be done, and when the time is right, I'll be back, and you'll know all about it. So I love you very much, Patriots, and I miss you all terribly. I hope it has brought you some happiness to be able to see me again, and get some sort of an update, to have a little bit and see how I'm doing. I'm doing all right. It's a really hard situation, but I'm hanging in there. I'm doing great. And sign up for my email list. I've switched over. A lot of you have been complaining for months. You don't get my emails. I'm switching to a new email platform. And now people who weren't getting my emails are saying that they are getting my emails. So all you've got to do is go to brandonstraka.com, STRAKA.com, brandonstraka.com. Sign up for my emails right there. It's on my homepage. And I think you can also hit subscribe if for some reason it doesn't pop up. Really easy to sign up. Get on my email list. I send out emails once, twice, sometimes 3 times a week to kind of keep you up as I'm going through this situation. And while you're at brandonstraka.com, please click donate and become a monthly recurring supporter as I'm going through this really difficult situation. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays to all of you out there. I love each and every one of you. And my birthday is December 16th, the day before my sentencing. So if you feel like dropping a birthday card in the mail, it'll cheer me up. I would love to get that from all of you. Love each and every one of you, Patriots. It's been fantastic to catch up with you. I will be coming back very soon, and we're all going to be okay. And going into the new year, we have incredible things coming your way to relaunch the Walkaway movement and the Walkaway organization. We're going to be coming back bigger and better and stronger than ever before. And that community that you love so much, with those video testimonials and the written testimonials and the state groups and all the interaction, the conversation, the community, the camaraderie, it's all coming back. We have created our own platform, and you guys are going to be amazed when you see it. Just stay tuned. I love you, Patriots. Happy holidays. We'll get through all of this, and I'll be seeing you all very, very soon.